That's why I said, oh shit, because oh gosh.
Kaiser, would you rather go first, or would you rather have Quint go first?
You can go first.
Okey-doke.
I'm here to. Okay,
No,
so
I think actually going first is going to be Hauser.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I meant between us because we rolled the same number with the same modifier.
Yeah.
Ants out of there.
Remember, modifier does not matter. If you have the same result, you choose who goes first.
Okay.
So, do you want to put a bad guy in there?
Mm-hmm.
What number would you like to put the bad guy at?
The bad guy is at a 4.
Well, that's even worse than me.
It is. So a few days have passed. Hauser has fully recovered. You guys have hit the road in order to rejoin Ant at the predetermined location, which is where you guys had left off, where the noble had been camped out. And along the way, you have come across what appears to be an attack on the road. There is an upturned wagon. There is several corpses laying around. Another wagon that the horses have broken loose from. And you guys see this. DM never has pictures ready. This. Picking through the remains of a wagon, and there are a couple of wolves sort of picking at the remains off to the side.
Does it look like there's any survivors? Are there people dying in the rubble?
It's hard to tell. But it is certainly all of it right in the middle of the road.
Okay, well, I'm going to slow down this carriage then. And, I'm guessing that the road is impassable. That
Yes.
not just we're going to have to get by them, but we're going to have to clear some wreckage before we can get by.
Yes.
Okay.
And as you rein in the horses, it sort of the creature sort of turns around, looks at you. It's a good 13, 14 feet tall.
Shit. Mm-hmm.
It just sort of turns around and sort of stares at you stupidly. It's got a there's sort of an arm hanging out of its mouth, and it's chewing on it.
Okay, so it's a pretty good guess that we know who did this.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't just come upon the wreckage and.
Oh, what's this? Is there anybody I can help?
Here, let me hold this for you.
Anybody need a hand?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she caught herself.
Okay. Well, Hauser's first. Hauser, go ahead.
Well, seeing as how this is a foe that he's actually brought up before, or at least he thinks it is, he will kind of confidently hop off the wagon and advance towards the beast with weapons drawn.
Okay.
I don't know about the ranges or terrain or whatnot? You said there was like some debris to navigate.
Yeah, he probably stopped the cart like a good 60 feet away. Like you come up over a hill and you see this, and you pull to a stop immediately. Can't quite reach him to melee him, but if you moved your entire speed, you could engage him in melee. But you get the feeling with that fierce club of his that you don't want to
really
take a
do that.
bump.
No. Hauser, well aware of the concept of movement speed and turns and everything, will move just outside of like I don't know, let's say 50 feet of him.
Okay. It just sort of like looks at you stupidly.
Okay.
Okay. Kaiser.
Oh, I thought I was going to let Quint go first.
Oh, well. I was
Oh,
looking at the
sorry,
order.
I failed you all.
Quint.
Yeah. Just kind of, stand next to him, weapons drawn, just kind of looking between Hauser and big old belly guy. Kind of like, why aren't we hitting it?
Might have something to do with that big ass club that's twice as big as you are. It's holding. Could be. We don't know. Kaiser.
He said he's what, 60 feet away?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. I'll just Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. God, whatever happened to negotiation, guys? Jesus.
It's real hard to talk. Politics.
15?
Let's see.
Someone with an arm in their mouth.
That is a true statement. Like, even without the caveat of arm and mouth, it's hard to talk to people.
You know what?
A 15 does hit him.
Okay, that is the first of the shots, dealing 10 damage.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the 9's going to miss.
It is. So you launch an Eldritch Blast, and it hits it right in the belly, and it just sort of like pops open the flesh, like almost like a big ass blister. Like it just blows a hole right in his gut. He just sort of looks down, pokes a finger in it, pulls it out, and then just roars in pain, like kind of like thrashing around, throwing a tantrum.
Beer's gonna say, Cowser. Here we go. Kaiser, run. Don't bring him to the wagon.
Beery, it's your turn.
She's going to take her own advice. She's going to run in the opposite direction. Oh, does Kaiser want to run? Is he going to run? Is he going to take his movement?
I'm good.
You're staying in the wagon?
Mm-hmm. There's two perfectly good little guys in front of him.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was just about to shout with Hauser, watch your flanks.
Oh no.
I would say clever girl, but hell giants aren't clever.
Well, wolves are.
Well, shit. Barry was going to do a thing, but she hesitates. Since
Freezes.
Kaiser's...
Hesitant.
Yeah, she does. She fucking freezes. Like, she's like half out of the wagon with one foot on the ground, and she does have her crossbow out, so she's going to use it, but she's not going to run yet because she's frozen. A little concerned about what that's about. Man, I always forget that I have a shit roll for this. Is it 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Okay. Eight damage.
So, like, you bullseye him right in the nipple. And he just sort of like looks down and screams even more.
I'm starting to feel bad, guys.
Well, you
It's
shouldn't
his
feel
turn.
bad for long because he's going to grab what's left of this wagon and fling it at Hauser.
Oh no! At Hauser.
Mm-hmm.
Hauser didn't even do anything.
No, but they're closest.
Oh.
Hauser and Quint, actually. Okay. A 21 hits both of you, I assume.
Yeah.
Look at that weak sauce damage. Only 17. As it flings the entire wagon at both of you, just sort of grabs it by the side and just drags it along the earth and chucks it.
Oh, snap.
Sort of just shatters as it hits you. You get pelted with splinters and big chunks of wagon. And then it's going to move up 40 feet with its club, smashing the ground with it. In the meantime, the two wolves are going to charge. They're going to spend their entire movement circling the wreckage of the wagon and going for the nice little meaty people in the background. Okay. After them, it is Hauser. There's an ogre, or not an ogre, a hill giant 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, buddy. Moving up alongside it and saying hello to it 3 times.
Okay. It is going to smack you with its reaction as you move through its threatened reach.
Yeah, buddy.
And it's going to miss you with an 11.
Correct. Were we saying I was still had some lingering res sickness or?
No, this is well after that.
Okay. 19.
That is a hit.
Get it.
11.
Ouch.
Oh, I forgot I have ice cream. Sorry, Robbie.
Well, why? Sorry, me.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
14.
14 hits.
All right. I'll add a superiority dice to this one.
Okay. To get 2-weapon master.
Hmm?
To add your...
No, that's my second main hand attack.
Oh, yeah. You forget that. Yeah. You're right.
Okay. So 9 damage on that second one.
Mm-hmm.
Back.
13. Oh, wait, don't tell me. I'll add a superiority die to it. Or wait. I can spend more than one a turn, right? I just can't spend more than one on a single roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so 19 to hit.
Definitely.
7 damage.
Ouch. So with a flurry of blows, Hauser gets in there, cuts 3 big gashes on the inside of the poor thing's spindly legs. He already skips leg day. It's not a good situation now. Okay. After Hauser, it is Quint.
Yeah, Quint's gonna.
Wait, pardon. I'm gonna.
Oh.
Wait, I can't. The second win.
Yes, you may second win.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. It's a bonus action.
All right, I don't get more than one bonus action. Gotcha.
Correct. Yep.
Carry on.
Okay.
Get in there, Quint.
Quint's going to shake off some carriage rubble and then rage and smack him.
Pull out a nice big splinter out of his side.
Oh my god. Recklessly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I did.
24 hits.
Savage attacker is once per encounter, yes?
It's once per round, I believe. But I'll look it up.
All right, I'm still going to declare it, but
Once per turn when you roll damage.
7 for the first attack.
Okay.
And then for the second, still reckless. 25 and 22.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
And damage-wise, it's 17 max damage.
Ouch. Yeah. So you guys run up and just begin to maul this thing. He doesn't look happy about it. Kaiser.
Whacking his poor toes
I'm
off.
gonna need one of them wolves. The one on the side Beery's not on the wagon.
Mhm.
Make a will save.
18.
Damn it. All right. Well, it's still gonna take like half to 66. So roll that. Yeah. Wait. Second level or higher. No. Half 5d6. So 9 damage.
Okay. Let's see.
Psychic, if it matters.
It does not. Okay, yeah, you blasted it with
That was
What
Dissonant
one?
Whispers.
dissonant whispers, and it squeals in pain, but it is not dead.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Beery.
She's gonna go for that same wolf
Mm-hmm.
with her longsword.
Don't miss.
I'm gonna try not to. There's a 14 hit.
It does.
Yes. For a whole 4 damage.
Describe how you kill it.
Well, these things are trying to flank as per Hauser, and Kaiser has scorched him real good with psychic damage, bleeding out his ears, and it just doesn't have the smarts to get away when Beery comes up and whacks the head off.
Head
turns
thumps
to
to the ground. Okay. So the other wolf is going to run up and pounce Beery.
Mhm.
19 hit.
It does, yes. Oh, I have 2 attacks. I forgot I
Yeah,
have 2 attacks.
but you can't reach the other one.
Excellent, okay. I don't feel so stupid.
Why are you so loud, you fucks? Inconsiderate people on motorcycles. Ouch, max damage. All right, so he hits you for 10 piercing damage minus your 3 or whatever.
As long as you're not playing card games on those motorcycles.
Yes, it's my 3 or whatever.
All right, and then the hill giant is going to look between Hauser and Quint and decide which one he hates more at current, and it's definitely going to be Quint.
Yeah, that's what I
mainly,
thought.
mainly because he gets advantage to attack you. You're just so open.
Come at me, bro.
Well, first roll's a natural 1. See what the advantage gives us.
Hell yeah.
A natural 20. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
How about that?
How about that?
Cash me a sack.
Vaughn did that earlier today. But it was a disadvantage roll.
He didn't. It was tragic.
8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 21, 29 plus 5 is 34.
Halved.
Halved. 17. And then he's gonna hit you again.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
For 17, halved. 8.
Alrighty. He's looking beat up.
I mean, he basically brings that club over his head and smashes it down on your back twice. Drops you to a knee.
Derek hears the sound of that thunk and her head turns from all the way over here. The rest of her body doesn't. It just kind of swivels around on her neck.
Even Hauser has a moment of, Jesus, glad that's not me. Speaking of which, it is your turn, Hauser.
Excellent. Shit. There's a never mind, I'm not gonna attempt that shit. He's just gonna swing away. Spending his bonus action to second wind.
D10 plus 5.
For 9. There. And now my 2 main hand attacks.
Crit.
Yep.
Excellent.
And I always forget what it is in 5th ed. I roll twice.
You roll your damage dice twice
And-
and add your modifier once.
Okay. So 14 on that one. 15 hits.
Does.
And we'll spin a superiority on this one. So 10 damage.
Okay. So again, you begin like hacking into its leg, and it jerks away from you violently in horrific pain. It's not looking very good for the home team. The home team being the giant team.
San Francisco.
Indeed.
Aha.
Quint, it is your turn. Knock it out of the park, sir.
Yeah, buddy. All bleedy and ouchy. He's gonna get up real slow, like with anger in his eyes, and start hacking again. Grab that. I'll keep being reckless. 17 and a not natural 20.
That's
First attack of the round, Savage Attacker. It's a 16 and a 13. I'll take the 16. And the second attack, still reckless. 20 and a 15.
hits.
And that'll be 9.
Describe how you kill it.
Yeah, buddy. He when he stands, he holds his great axe kind of behind him a little, and takes a little bit of a running start, just a couple of steps, and then chucks it to land right into his skull.
Okay. Yeah, your axe buries into its face, gives it a nice little cleave. A couple of teeth fall out. The arm in his mouth that he's been chewing on falls out. And then it falls over, gurgling its last. Kaiser.
I'm gonna shoot the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
19 to hit.
Hits.
Six damage.
Okay.
Again, pretty sure the 9's not gonna hit.
It misses. Beery.
Let me help. I'm gonna sort it.
Mm-hmm. Sort it.
Try and sort it. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
I'm gonna miss, so I'm gonna try again because I can. Woo!
That hits.
4. There we go.
Would you like to smite it?
Oh, yeah, I would like to smite it.
It's a waste. 7 kills it. Describe how you kill it.
Yeah, Kaiser shines the bright light in its eye, and even if it doesn't do a lot of damage, he doesn't see Barry coming up behind it to barbecue it, skewer it. Shishkuab is the word I'm looking for.
Food. All right, yeah. The scene falls quiet after a good 20 seconds of intense combat.
Barry gives kind of an awkward laugh and then goes running towards. She'll clap Kaiser on the shoulder with one hand, then go running towards Quentin Hauser. Are you all right? That sounded awful.
I'll be all right. I know what I did.
Listening to you break the middle of that.
Nothing a little rest and a bite to eat won't fix.
I cast Detect Thoughts. Is there anything in the area other than the people I know about?
Birds
Just
and
this
bees.
motorcycle.
Fair enough.
Wait, can you read our thoughts?
Yeah, surface thoughts.
Awesome. Quincer, ow, ow, ow.
I think if I focus on you, I go deeper, but yeah.
The bees are like,
It was more a quick way to check to see if anyone else was, not dead.
Bees like,
Very-
oh, fuck this flower.
Literally.
I got this shit all over my legs, man.
Barry doesn't know that.
Keeping an initiative order, Swarm Bees comes out and attacks Kaiser.
But why?
The irony is that they get one attack off and then the whole swarm dies.
Oh, sad.
I can't actually detect the beast thought unless they have an intelligence higher than 3.
They do. Swarm intelligence.
Okay.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
They don't like this invasion of privacy. Is that where we're going with this? Is the bees are.
Suddenly,
Indeed.
fly to the bumblebee.
Barry's going to start looking through for survivors since.
There are no survivors. Lots
Yep.
of corpses.
Also checking for insignia or some sign of who these people were.
You have been around West Haven enough that you have seen the insignia on some of the guards' armor as being that of the free merchants of West Haven. looks like they were taking something to West Haven.
Hauser,
Hmm?
that thing is that a giant? I'm guessing an ogre. What do you call that?
Hill giant.
Do they normally work with wolves? Is that common?
Everybody needs a pet.
Your guess would be that they're not actually working together. The wolves are probably just scavenging and saw some fresh meat.
Yep. Probably more a symbiotic relationship than an actual partnership.
What kind of symbol?
Symbiotic relationship.
What's that?
She wipes at her nose with a hand, stares at him kind of blankly.
I mean, the wolves were scavenging.
Oh,
The wolves weren't working with him. The wolves were just here because they were waiting for him to leave so they could eat his scraps.
oh,
Then they thought we'd make good scraps.
well, more fool them. Our group's stringy as pullets. She's going to start trying to move things off the road, keeping a wary eye on.
Including the giant?
Oh shit! Is the giant blocking the road?
Oh, it so is.
Oh, I want to help move him.
Okay.
Hacking and whacking and smacking.
I'm gonna look for some kind of chest or strongbox or anything that they might have been carrying.
Barry will help Quint drag this giant off the road.
So I have to ask the question: how exactly are you moving the corpse?
The muscles.
Are we unhooking the horses from the wagon?
What horses?
From our wagon?
Are you?
Do we think the two of us can probably grab it by some toes and pull? Or should... What is my experience with... wheeled vehicles tell me versus this guy's weight?
I mean, you guys are as strong as the horses.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hauser's gonna move over to one side of the giant, over by one of its arms,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll point at Quint, motion toward the other one.
Yeah.
Let's give it the old heave-ho.
Barry's just gonna grab it by the chest hair.
Okay. Barry, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Is there something coming out its mouth?
Mm-mm.
Oh good.
Coming out of its stomach.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
No!
This
Oh,
seems
no.
oddly familiar.
Do I have a disadvantage on this? I have a disadvantage on this. No, that's only stealth. 10 points for me. Well, I got a 12. That's pretty good for Barry.
All right. Hang on just a second. Keep you in suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what's your strength score, Barry?
16.
And yours, Quint?
My what?
Your strength score?
16.
And yours, Hauser?
My what? I'm sorry.
Your strength score?
17.
Okay, so all of you together are enough to move the corpse. Also, the average mule only has 14 strength, so you guys are actually stronger than beasts of burden.
Shit.
Fun fact. But as you guys begin to try to move the body, and Barry grabs a hold of some chest hair, the stomach explodes in a nice, like, concussion-filled blast of gore. Barry is going to take 10 bludgeoning damage from the force. and a bunch of little green critters spill out,
No.
and the remains of what appears to be a watermelon patch that it had eaten.
What? This is awful.
Don't swallow the seeds, boys and girls.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh no.
This takes me back to a
You
previous
all hear-
character.
I
There
think
you
we're
go.
in the- I think we're in the garbage pail kids territory here.
Oh no.
And a bunch of these little fellows come sprawling out. Remember them?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
man.
then. Guess who's not setting shit on fire when she has an opinion with her breath today?
10 of them come spilling out
Oh
of the stomach.
shit.
Get ready to do some healing.
I'm ready.
Hauser.
We're keeping the order, I guess.
Yeah, so from behind the corpse of this giant, as you're trying to push off the road, you just hear an explosion, a nice big, like heavy, just and like a splatter afterwards, like water just dumped out of a bathtub, and and you just sort of see like from the top of it, like the skin flap just kind of like flipping up over. And you hear a bunch of little squeaking, and Beery going, "No!"
Plan to party.
This is
Well-
exactly what Barry is saying.
Instincts kick in, and he instantly drops the arm and draws his weapons,
Mhm.
and then shouts, "What sorcery is this?"
Quint.
It's a twig beast again. Ah! And he's gonna attack one.
Okay.
Not recklessly. Not recklessly. Plus it's fuck it. Yeah, I'll rage again. Go down to 1, unfortunately. So it's gonna be +6.
So we got to fuck it. Now we need just the other two.
Does this 12 hit one?
It does. You
Oh,
kill it.
thank God.
Describe how you kill it.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna aim for the chest and split it chest to head. Bye bye, Groot.
Yeah, you split it right in two. It squeaks and crawls through the gore with its top half, reaches out at Beery, and then collapses.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
9 probably doesn't hit.
It does not.
Oh wow.
The next one ducks as you swing after it, chitters at you.
Come here, you little twig.
Okay. Oh.
I make finger guns go pew pew.
All of them have cover from the wagons because there's a giant corpse between you and it.
Actually, I had said I was looking for the lockbox or whatever from.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It moved towards y'all's wagon. It exploded facing y'all's wagon. You're behind it.
Oh,
So
okay.
all the stuff is between the corpse and your wagon. You're behind the corpse.
In that case, I will go I will move,
Mhm.
keeping as much distance between me and the giant corpse as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and thus anything on the other side of this corpse,
Yes.
and try to circle around and finger gun things.
Okay.
Uh, 10.
Put my page away. Bliggets does not hit.
A natural 20.
What? A non-natural 20?
Yes. For 9 damage.
Okay. Describe how you kill it.
point my finger at one that's just coming out of the hole, and it flies back into the hole, hitting giant innards and then falling to the ground dead.
Okay. And then Beery.
If I use my breath weapon, is it going to catch any of them, I'm assuming, since they're all kind of arrayed here in front of me? Or have they moved apart?
You can hit 4 of them.
Okay. Barry's going to look like she's about to lose her lunch. She kind of goes, "Oh, now I have to burn all the corpses." Blah. And then she just lets loose with the necrotic cone of her breath weapon. They need to make dex saves, please.
Go and roll damage.
Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? 3 damage. Yeah.
So Beery lets loose with a necrotic blast, and all of them look like they're about to wither and die, and then they just sort of blink and look at each other, look at themselves, and then all of them like their fingers spread apart and like all the little twigs sharpened immediately, and they move to attack you.
You fucked up.
Do I get a second attack, or is that
That's a breath weapon as an action, yeah.
got it? Yep.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, an 18. Does an 18 hit you?
Oh, an 18. It's meter beat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then it hits.
All right, it is going to deal 5 damage.
Okay. Minus the 3, or is it magic?
Minus the 3.
Bar har har.
And then the other 3 are just going to go swarm Gwent.
Good heavens.
23 hits. For 3 damage. Half to 1.
Taking it.
18 hits.
Yep.
For 3 damage. Half to 1. 1. Does a 15 hit you?
Meats.
For 2 damage. Half to 1. 15 hits. For 2 damage. Half to 1.
Well, at least we're all having the same sort of damage luck tonight. It's going to be a long night full of poking each other with splinters.
I'm sad I can't find the video I want for this. Oh.
Three more, and then 3 of them are going to scamper after Kaiser. And they're going to double move to jump in his grill. Okay. After that, it is Hauser.
Okay. Having sufficiently deemed what kind of sorcery it is, we'll move around the corpse to engage the closest one.
Okay.
If I could, in such a manner, enter a square where I threaten 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First attack 17.
Hits.
5 damage.
Try by you kill it.
A quick flick of the wrist, bisecting it. And then using the follow through to attack the second one.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Hits.
6 damage.
Try by you kill it.
Yeah, using the momentum of the follow through swing, repeats the act of the first one's demise.
Okay. After that, it is Quint.
Yep. Quint is going to yep. Hit some of the ones on him. Not recklessly.
Okay.
First attack,
Excuse me.
an 8 will miss.
It will.
Second attack, a 7 will miss.
Well, it can't be good luck all the time.
Yeah.
Quint swings twice. It's all those nickel and dimes, man. They've got splinters in your shins, like right above your boot, and your boot leg just sort of catches it and taps it in over and over and over again. It's just distracting. Ouch. All right. Kaiser, you have 3 little twig dudes hanging around you, jumping in your face.
I suppose I will attempt to shoot them with magic.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid point blank rules. Does an 11 hit?
It does not. Your first attack buries itself in the dirt between you and it. The second attack strikes true.
Or 7.
Blows it into pieces.
And I will attempt to move away.
You will take 2 attacks.
That is fair.
19 hits you
Yes.
for 3.
However,
Hmm.
I would like that gentleman to make a dex saving throw.
Okay, 14.
I believe that's exactly the number. 1 second, let me double check. Racial ability, not class ability. Wait a minute. Yeah. 14, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly the number?
Okay.
That's successful save then, I believe. So
Mhm.
11 damage, 11 fire damage?
Yep. So it slashes you and then it immolates. And then the other one,
For how much did you say he hit me for? 3?
3.
Okay.
The other one is a 20 for a whopping 4 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then it is Beery.
As a bonus action, she's going to cast Sanctuary on Quint. So that if these little fuckers try to attack him, they have to make Wisdom saving throw. And then she's going to attack the nearest one with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Okay, then she's going to try again. Does a 17 hit?
Does.
Oops. 8. For 10 damage.
Describe how you kill.
She's a little bit distracted right now, but these things are small in her way, and she just kind of skewers it to the earth, just straight down, because it's small. And then pulls the blade up with the twig thing stuck on the end and kind of flings it off into the bushes.
Its head sort of twists around and looks at you, and its arms reach behind it to try and grab you weakly, and then you fling it off into the trees.
Probably should just throw it at the ground and not in the trees, but oops.
And that's how we got twig blights. Anyway, it's dead. Okay. So the one that Kaiser ran from is going to chase him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you do. $15 hit you?
I would like to say no, but it does.
4 damage. And then 2 on Quint. Wisdom save is a 13.
Aha! My spell. Oh wait, what's that? Yeah, my spell save DC is a 14. 10 points for me.
So it can't attack him. It has to attack somebody else.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so it's going to attack Hauser instead. And roll a 20 for 4 damage.
Oh my god.
And then the other one, wisdom save, fails, so it has to attack Hauser. And then it rolls a 21 for 5 damage.
Oh.
And yep, that's it. Top of the order, Hauser. 2 of them decided to take a hard turn after this blinding magic around Quint warded them off. So they hit you in the knees.
They appear to be vexed. Yeah, he's gonna swing at it. Yeah, buddy.
Describe how you obliterate it.
Splinters everywhere.
Flight of the blade smashes it flat. Yeah, that definitely hits.
5 damage.
Yep, kill that one too.
Is there a third?
There is, but it's way off to the side with him, Kaiser.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Would you like to throw your hammer at it?
No, I will take my movement to move towards it.
Uh-huh.
And then spend an action surge to get another move action to get close to it and use my bonus action to attack it.
Okay.
How's that for action economy?
Oh,
Please don't be a 1. A 3.
You hit it, but you don't kill it.
Fuck.
So Hauser just like
This
charges
fucking
off
sells
through the grass off to the side of the road and just like brings his hammer down and just clips it.
I'm such a fucking sellsword.
You are. Quint.
I feel your pain.
how many are left on Quint?
None.
None. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hauser then.
There is exactly 1 hit point left in this entire battle. You can't attack it, unfortunately. It's well out of your range. You have to double move to reach it.
Aww.
But you could throw a hand axe at it.
I'm gonna do that shit. What's that? Dex or strength?
It is a dex.
Dex. All right, so that's gonna be +5. Can I throw it reckless? Or no, I can't because it's a melee attack that you do reckless.
Correct.
So there's the 14 hit.
It does. So you splatter it with your hand axe, buries it into the ground, severs its head, and then it shrivels up and dies, turns brittle right before your eyes.
Gives him the nod, holding his arm. No.
Okay, so question. The fuck are these things?
Barry goes over to to Quint and gives him 10 HP back with lay on hands. Just reaches over and grabs his arm next to where he's holding it. Gently. Almost a hug.
Thank you.
They're nasty little fuckers. They burrow into the bellies of corpses and reproduce, perhaps? They can stay there for a long time. Sometimes the people aren't dead. Or not all dead. They keep moving. And when you kill them, the blights come out. We need to make sure all these corpses burn. All of them. And the fire might chase them free.
Might as well drag the wolves in there too, just to be safe.
Oh, yes. Quint, if you feel up to it, will you help us get firewood? And she's not asking him to carry it. She's asking him to identify the best sources. Because that's his thing.
And yeah, he'll nod and wind up his shoulder now that he's healed.
You all right?
Yeah.
I can give you a little more.
No. Whatever fiver we take after this one, I'll need that. I'm gonna pick out all these splinters. Ugh.
She's gonna eyeball him and then reach over and drop one more cure wounds. Just in case there's stuff in the woods where he drops a tree on his foot. God, my dice tonight. Have 4 back, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Will someone keep watch in case they start coming out while the rest of us are gathering wood?
I can keep watching. I'll gather the bodies for a pile.
Meanwhile, Kaiser, you find a lockbox that is indeed locked. It is high quality.
Damn, I don't think I actually have a pack of thieves' tools.
What happened to your thieves' tools?
Yeah, I was. Oh, right, because I don't have proficiency thieves' tools. Yeah, I will actually, I'll just blast the lock.
Okay. After you hit it a couple times, it blasts apart. Even though the lock is pretty high quality, whenever you pull it open, you find on just on an estimate there is about 100 platinum pieces piled in there and a small sack of gems.
Well then. So what do I know about this merchants organization? Are they actually like on the up and up, or are they crooked, or?
It's really sort of interesting because despite how sort of world-wise you are and how much you know and how much you poke around, you actually haven't been able to find any dirt, good or bad, about these people. You do know that your former patron, Taryn Wistrom, is a council member and the representative for the merchants in West Haven and on the council. So you haven't really been able to suss out any dirt or really any outstanding, business integrity. They keep it very, very quiet.
Oh, that's peculiar in and of itself.
It is.
Is a lot of money.
What did you find?
You're out gathering firewood. I'll tell you when you get back.
Fair enough. When she comes back, Barry asks, "What did you find?"
Because I am sitting there with, the lockbox. Well, apparently, this caravan that got attacked was doing some kind of a money haul.
And that makes me nervous about where he came from. She points to the giant. Ugh, burning him is going to be not a treat.
I think one could buy a small manor. Actually, a decent-sized manor with this amount of money.
They'll be glad to get it back. Owe us some favors.
Possibly.
Barry starts building pyres, which I imagine she's probably pretty good at, all things considered, after the bad winter that they had.
Isn't it still winter?
You guys also managed to find about 25 gold pieces among the dead guards. One of which is has been sort of smashed into the ground standing up. He's just been crushed straight down. Like a slinky.
Ow. Does he look like he might be an air cultist?
No.
Just checking.
All right, so yeah, you guys burn the bodies and have yourself a good hour rest, and then move on, I assume. After you sort of clear off the road.
Yeah.
Taking the
well.
lockbox?
Yes.
I don't, we'll have to come back after we gather Ant. I don't want to wait.
Well, we don't necessarily have to give it back.
Halt, criminal scum!
Salvage
Very,
laws, man.
Kind of gives him a troubled look. But she doesn't say anything. She just gets the horses ready.
So you guys continue along your way. You reach the place that you were told to meet Ant, and you find, as you sort of look around in the distance, in sort of some tall grass, a tent rising above with what appears to be like some sort of rudimentary camp set up.
Are there giggles in the tent?
There are no giggles in the tent, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, that's fortunate because I would not want to interrupt.
Aha.
Gonna go check out the tent. Assuming Ant's in it. Beery's assuming Ant's in it, so she's gonna go heading for the campsite.
When you reach the campsite, you realize that Ant is not there. As you poke around, you find his pack.
Hey, Ant's gone. His pack's here.
What about his other gear?
Is his other gear here?
Nope.
At least he's
Hauser?
armed and armored.
Hauser, can you track him?
I can try.
Were we actually able to take a short rest on the ride over?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to spin hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beery's going to search the camp for signs of violence while Hauser's tracking things.
There are no signs of violence that you can find. Hauser, roll a wisdom survival check.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin a hit dice real quick too. Now that
Okay.
that's happening, it's whatever you spend plus your Constitution modifier, right?
For each dice spent.
For each bite, right? Okay. In that case, we'll spend 2. All right, cool. And now a survival check.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
You do have a point of inspiration, by the way, if you would like to spend it.
Sure. That gives me a reroll.
Yeah. Okay. So you manage to, as you sort of sniff around, you find you have to range pretty far. You sort of follow his tracks. It looks like he'd sort of been coming to and fro for a couple of days, judging by the tracks and the various paths kind of cutting off through the grass. You have to range pretty far before you find one that seems to indicate a sign of trouble. I'm talking like maybe 500, 600 yards away from the camp. And you'll notice that there are some arrows that are stuck into the ground. And you recognize them as his. And then, like, his tracks lead off like he's chasing something.
Okay. If anybody's following him, he'll wave and point in the direction of the track.
Yeah, Barry will come running.
Yep. Quint will jog over.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing with the horses?
I think probably leaving. Yeah, while he was looking, once there, Barry would have unhooked them and tethered them. Nice long tether so they could feed.
Okay. So you guys begin to follow the tracks, I assume?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys follow the tracks for about 4 hours. And eventually you come to a you go through a few small like woods, some real small copses of trees and stuff, and cut through, and eventually you come, and I'm talking well off the main road. You come to a small, almost what looks like a farm. There is some worked land and a farmhouse, and the tracks get sort of sporadic once you reach the actual once you break through the tree line. You notice that Hauser, you see some spats of dry blood. It looks like Ant might have been hit by something.
Be ready with your healing magics.
Also, to be fair, it's dry. It looks like it's been here for a day or two.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She nods and gets the shield ready in one hand and the crossbow in the other.
His tracks begin to get sporadic, as though he limped towards the farmhouse. Also, you'll notice some strange drag marks, through the grass leading up to the farmhouse, which has not been cut down. This place doesn't look kept up very well. It looks as though something else has been dragged off on either side of Ant's path.
Careful, the last farmhouse we found that was let go this bad had little twigs in it.
What do you do?
Any corpses, beware, they might have twigs in the belly.
I'll be careful. scope it out. Yeah.
Come with you, if it's all right.
You're not really that quiet, Beery. I'll go with him.
Barry stands back and sulks. It's fair. But that doesn't mean it's nice.
Quint gives her a reassuring pat on the back with a face full of guilt that says, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah. Approach the farmhouse stealthily.
Okay.
I also stealth up to the farmhouse.
Okay.
I don't.
So you guys make your way up to the farmhouse, and as you guys climb the porch, Kaiser is pretty light-footed. He doesn't really make any noises as he goes up. Hauser gets that top step, and just the floorboard of the porch just sort of creaks really loud when he steps on it. Sort of pauses.
Grimace and pause.
Just a nice.
Barry glances at Quint and then starts heading for the blaze.
Yeah, Quint will follow.
Does anything actually happen after the creek? Do you hear any noise?
Mm-mm.
Is there a window or anything I can peek through?
There are. They're all boarded up.
Oh, front door it is.
Okay. So Kaiser opens the front door.
Kids are waits for Hauser to get there.
Hauser's right next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Do the tracks seem like they go into the farmhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kaiser will open the door for Hauser.
Okay. So Kaiser, when you open the door, the first thing that you notice is in the center of the main room is a table, and there are 4 shadowy individuals sort of sat around the table, unmoving, very still, head sort of dropped down against their chest.
It's not good.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before?
After you.
Yeah, with both weapons drawn, Hauser will make his way inside,
Okay.
being vigilant as always.
So Hauser steps through the door, and immediately his boot catches a wire that's run across the threshold. And whenever he does, continual flames sort of erupt in sconces around the room. And the individuals at the table sort of jerk like up and all of a sudden begin to have conversation. What you see is 4, like it looks like a typical family, like a sort of a grizzled old farmer and his wife and teenage boy and teenage daughter, and they're sort of like just sort of snap up and begin having a conversation with each other about how the day was and how much did you get from the cow and all sorts of just mundane things. And there's something oddly mechanical about their movements. It doesn't seem natural.
These are definitely actual like bodies that have been made into these puppets.
Possibly. Would you like to go inspect them?
There's actual audible conversation.
Mm-hmm. It seems like they're oblivious to you if they're aware of anything.
Yeah. Hauser's gonna step over the wire and then look around for other wires and puppet strings.
Mm-hmm. This string isn't like the one that you've seen before. There's no blue magical tint to it. It looks like it is actually connected to, as you sort of follow it up the wall and around. It's pretty well hidden, but it actually runs up under some dusty, threadbare, sort of rotting rugs under the table and up into the bodies. Each of them sort of splits off.
Kazer's going to pull a dagger out and cut the wire.
Mhm.
And then enter.
Okay. You are in the room. They're sort of like serving each other a meal, but it looks rotten. It looks like it's been sitting there set for a while. It's made out to be a sort of what you can tell, maybe a program scene.
Yeah. Kazer's simmering and he's about to fucking blow it, and he's trying his best to ignore that because it is the cause of him being fucking pissed. And he's going to attempt to search the rest of the house.
Okay, so Kazer sort of drifts off down one of the side hallways.
He is going to keep an eye out for more of these tripwires.
At this point, Beery and Quint are probably there, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, Hauser?
Um,
Despite the fact that the wire's been cut, it doesn't look like they're stopping.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's make sure it doesn't happen again.
I've never seen anything like this.
Beery looks completely fucking haunted. This is the worst thing she's ever seen.
Quinta approaches very slowly and like kind of circles his way around the table to try and, I don't know, see faces or get a better idea of detail of what he's looking at.
So as you're looking at the faces, you sort of see that the parts that are moving have very faint sort of cuts to facilitate motion. It's really hard to see. It's actually pretty cleverly disguised. But like you're gonna actually, if you don't see anything untoward, just sort of by like trying to catch an angle of it, you're probably going to have to physically touch them in order to get a better idea of what you're looking at.
Quint's going to look over at Hauser and Beery, and he's going to kind of point to one that he's looking at, and then touch the inside of his palm. He's going to try to express that he wants to poke it.
Beery looks horrified by the idea, but she doesn't blame him. She wants to too. She's gonna pull her sword and like whack at the air above them in case there's strings she can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Try and slice through to see if it'll make it stop first.
Which of you three has the highest passive perception?
It's not me.
I have 14.
I have 13.
Hauser, as Barry and Quint are sort of like kind of moving around, you've been examining this, and you notice that a single sort of silvery quicksilver almost tear rolls down the eye of the teenage daughter.
He moves. He actually moves fairly quickly over to the teenage daughter, and like tries to like grab her to pull her out of the play. I guess for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm. So whenever you go to touch her, her hand sort of shoots up and catches your wrist, and the first thing that you notice is that the grip is really strong.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength athletics check if you would like to attempt to grab her or break free. Tell me which one.
Strength or athletics.
Are you trying to break free, or are you trying to grab her still?
Yeah, grab her and like pull her out of the. I know it's not really pulling her out of anything, but just like.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking the pattern. So just straight strength.
Strength athletics.
Okay.
All right, so she just like reaches up with just this sort of supernatural movement and just snaps your hand, and the grip is so strong it unnerves you, and her eyes sort of like turn and stare at you, but she's continuing on this conversation as she goes, and doesn't stop. She's just got you in a grip.
How can I help?
She doesn't really react whenever you say that. She's just staring at you, and the drip down her face is sort of rolled down her chin, down her neck, through the dress that she's wearing. But she doesn't respond to you. So the other two just sort of see her hand snap up and catch Hauser's wrist, and you see him physically strain against it, but it stops him cold.
Did anything happen when I waved the sword over top of them?
Not that you see.
I'm going to cast Divine Sense. Yeah, celestial fiend or undead or any place consecrated or desecrated.
You don't sense a thing.
Shit. Wow.
The other thing you begin to notice, Hauser, is that the skin that is gripping you seems very stiff. Like it's I don't know, preserved, sort of.
They're not undead.
They're not.
Is Beery's telling everybody. They're not undead. She's gonna come up behind Hauser and try and touch her fingers to the girl's throat to check for a pulse.
Okay, so we're gonna move over to Kaiser while you're doing that. Kaiser, you go off to the side. There's not a whole lot to this place. There is a singular. This room sort of dominates the one area. There is a singular hall going off to the left, and it runs, and there are 4 doors attached to it before it sort of terminates at a window that's boarded up.
I'm going to summon my blade and start opening doors looking for Ant.
Okay. So the first door that you open, there is it looks to be a bedroom. Everything about this place is threadbare. It looks like it's been here for years. This door, despite sort of having seen the state of the other room, the floor is dusty in this room. And whenever you sort of move your foot away, you see a footprint of your boot in the dust. And that wasn't the case in the main room. The main room looks like it's been swept up or cleared up somehow recently.
Whatever horrible thing has done this didn't care about this room.
Right. But it is a bedroom, and it is sort of dressed out like you would expect for a rural family. There is a very rudimentary bed, and there is a form in the bed under the covers, completely hidden.
Detect thoughts?
You detect a sense of agony and madness.
Do I recognize the
No.
I walk over to the bed.
Mhm.
Pull back the sheet.
So whenever you pull back the sheet, another humanoid form is laying in the bed. This one is nude as you pull it off. It's a male, probably in his mid-20s or so. What you see is sort of an exposed chest cavity and all sorts of strange clockwork machinery inside of it, keeping everything going. And you see clearly visible in some of these structures organs sort of suspended in fluid with the vascular system sort of like stretched out throughout the interior of it. And the second that you do, it leans up and is going to attack you.
That's fair. I was probably going to do the same dance.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So it deals 5 damage to you, but it grapples you. And it sort of like pulls you onto itself and gets its arm around your throat. And it's going to essentially try to strangle you. You're grappled, and you can't say anything. Anything that has verbal components sort of don't come out. So whatever it is, you're going to have to struggle out of its reach somehow before you can yell out or cast spells. It's trying to strangle you.
Fun thing about that.
Mm-hmm.
I communicate. Oh, damn. I have to see it. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay. So, meanwhile, back on the other side, Barry, whenever you go to check her pulse, you don't feel one.
Barry makes like a little whimpering sound. It's not undead, but it's not alive.
Can we all see the tier by now?
Mm-hmm.
Quint's going to point that out. He's going to say whatever's going on with him. It's not good.
Hazard is trying to pull her back.
Mm-hmm.
Barry will try and grab the girl's wrist, and try and help him haul her back away from the table.
Okay, you're going to need to make a strength athletics check.
Okay. Is he helping?
Yes, if you would like.
Yeah.
So let me assist you because you have a better. Yeah.
Okay.
You have advantage. Was it figures? I'm sorry. Oh, wow.
Okay, so you guys both try to pull her out of the chair, and as you do, the voice that she's carrying on this conversation with begins to get more and more strained, as though like you're putting her into pain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only then that you realize that you sort of look down and notice that the chair is bolted to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and her back is bolted to the chair.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Leave it. We'll come back. Let's find Aunt.
Quint,
Tyler's taking a hammer to that chair. He's going to try and wrestle free of her, and then.
All right, make a strength athletics check to try to get over
this, buddy.
Can I help?
You're gonna need to.
Try and pry her fingers loose.
You're gonna need to roll it. You have advantage. Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah. You try to pull away, but her grip is not relenting, and at this point, she sort of slams your hand onto the table, and with her other hand, she picks up a knife and begins to hover it over your hand.
Okay.
Reroll initiative.
Depends on what you would like to do.
Hauser's standing still, and with one hand, he's saying, "Hold up."
Beery's got her sword out now. Once the girl picked up the knife.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? That scene in fucking Saving Private Ryan at the end with the guy with the knife. Opham. Oh gosh. Sorry.
What do you do, Beery?
Hauser has his hand up.
He has
she doesn't.
one hand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She holds.
So you're just standing there, sort of like, "Don't do it."
Yeah.
Is that on again?
Yeah.
All right. What do you do, Hauser?
He's gonna relax. He's like, I'm not. He's basically saying, I'm not gonna struggle right now.
Okay. So that continues to go on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, Quint? What are you doing?
The nature of their conversation, the family at the table has really just been mundane shit, right? There's no pattern or anything sinister or off about it.
Not that you've heard.
What are the ages and genders at the table here?
The adults are probably mid-30s. The kids are teens, 18 or 19.
And just two of each?
Mm-hmm.
Quint's gonna pull out his axe and attempt to bury it in the head of one of the adults.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Mm-hmm. 21 hit.
Yeah. So you bring your axe down on top of the farmer's head, and it splits. I mean, there's a shower of sparks and blood. And as you do, you realize that, like, as you sort of like slashed the front of the face off, you see the mechanical workings underneath, but you also see a brain in a case just sort of slide out, cut in half, and splatter on the ground. And he stops moving and talking.
Do the others respond?
Yeah, they're all of their eyes sort of move in his direction, and more quicksilver begins to run down their faces, out of their nose and eyes and ears.
I'm going to take my second action and attack the other adult.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Okay. I mean,
seven total.
Yeah, you sort of just like bring your axe up and you resolve yourself that you're doing this, but something about it just bothers you, and it just buries into the back of the chair right next to the shoulder.
Yeah, Quint very visibly hesitates. There's kind of a pained look on his face as he does it, even with his brows furrowed. There is something there.
Don't, not yet.
They're in pain. This isn't right.
No, it's all wrong, but they're crying to see him die. Let's find Aunt. Hauser's yell if you need help.
It's not right to leave him like this.
We have to find Aunt first. They've been here a while. Maybe there's something we can do. But I don't know what it is.
Go find him. I'll deal with this.
Yell if you need help. She's strong.
Got it.
Quintal nod, still a very pained look in his face.
Okay. So back to Kaiser.
Oh, well. Never mind that message then.
Oh shit. Hang on. Yeah, you blast out your psychic entreaty, but it doesn't seem to register.
And I will attempt to use my short sword on the open chest cavity.
Okay.
I mean, he's holding me. So attack roll.
Yep, you have disadvantage because
Fair
you're
enough.
being grappled, restrained.
I don't even know what the hell I get bonuses with that. It's been so long since I've used that damn thing. Bleed lot. One moment. Okay, so I get nothing special other than it's just a weapon I'm proficient with.
Mhm.
Okay. So that would be... Too many pages open. D20 plus 5? Okay. Uh, 13 to hit.
Okay. You, despite the fact that you've been sort of pulled into it and are sort of struggling and gasping for breath, you stab your short sword right into the chest cavity of this individual, and sparks fly, and the heart is sliced right in two, and everything stops moving, and you are released.
Fuck.
It's probably around this time that Beery and Ants are sort of entering the hallway.
You mean Beery and
Beery
Quint?
is
Yeah, that Beery and
stop being cautious and is yelling, Kaiser!
What?
She goes, are you alright?
Tried to strangle me.
Ant?
Ant.
Yells and turns to fling open the next door.
Okay.
I don't, unless you think your magic can fix this, we need to kill them all.
That's what I was thinking.
This isn't humane.
So when you throw open the next door across the hallway, this room is sort of filled with boxes and crates. It doesn't look like it belonged here before as part of the farmhouse, because there's all sort of metal equipment inside of it, gears and cogs. It almost looks like this might be just like sort of the upkeep on keeping this active.
Beery looks down for a tripwire before she enters the room.
Yeah, I mean, make a wisdom perception check.
Okay. Does anybody else want to assist? Because Beery's wisdom perception is great.
I can help. Where's my perception? Yeah, mine too. 20 plus 3. Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Get advantage. Gonna need that
I'll
advantage.
take that 12.
So Barry steps into the room, and sure enough, there isn't a tripwire, but one of the floorboards like presses down as she steps on it, and you hear a metallic clank, and from the ceiling, a spiked piece of metal sort of swings down on chains and spears you in the chest.
Is it awful? You'd rather that than people popping up and talking? Bring on the pain! Right here in the heart. It's already broken, Andrew.
It'll deal you 18 piercing damage right to the heart.
Okay.
So Quint sort of like pokes his head in to help look and just sees a piece of spiked metal just pierce Barry straight through the chest. Like it almost hits Kaiser. It pushes out so far through her body. Almost said corpse.
I know.
Oh no! I mean, it is.
Kaiser's very much done with this house and wants to leave.
What's the name of the nature goddess again?
Diala. Oh no. That's light and life.
Was it Leela, I think?
Leela, yes.
God, Leela's tits, Jesus!
I love you.
Or, no, he wouldn't say Jesus. It would just be Leela's tits. Leela's tits!
Barry can't get off this thing fast enough. Like, she doesn't want it in her. She doesn't want it in her. So if y'all are not getting out of the way, she's coming into the hall, like trying to back off of it.
Sliding off of it.
Yeah.
Quint's gonna like hover his hands, kind of like freaking out a little bit, kind of like, how can I help? But he's speechless.
Yeah, there's black blood just sort of like staining the back of Barry's clothes.
We need Hauser. We need him to track where it went in here.
What about you? What is? What?
It hurt.
It's still in.
It's out.
Oh, okay. It's not still in. My bad.
She literally just like wrenches out as she says, "It's out."
Yeah,
A nice little spurt of black ichor just like splatters all over the floor in front of her.
And yeah, Quint follows instructions and jogs back to Hauser.
Meanwhile, Hauser, what's going on over there? As you hear Beery scream.
It's not a scream. It's a nice dignified.
His head will kind of dart over to the source of the noise and then turn back to the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, I want to help, but I can't as long as you've got hold of me.
You can see she sort of looks to the split head of the other.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no there. While we wait for him to get back, Quint looks at some of the black blood on him as he's jogging. Wipes some of it off him with his hand and smells it.
So, we're burning this house to the damn ground, right?
I'm going for it.
You went out of order, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're getting out of this house and burning it to the damn ground, right?
Mm-hmm. Beard looks a little violated. What are you doing? Keep that out of your nose.
I had to.
That violates you, not the spike.
I was curious. At least I didn't lick it. Jesus.
Oh, gross. Look what you did. You killed Will. Please don't die, Will.
No, I've been feeling a little under the weather anyway.
Mm-hmm.
At least I don't have a scratchy throat anymore.
Oh, man. I wish I could send you the best tea. It's so good.
Speaking of sending people stuff, where my potato chips?
Oh my gosh. Also, I gave away one of those books, Will. I feel awful.
That's fine.
Where are your potato chips?
Oh, no.
I need to go to the store and get you some potato chips. Man, I have so many things to mail. That's very pleasing.
Fat kid in me is real sad right now.
I know.
Yeah, it's been great. I had a little snooze earlier, and and stuff. Like,
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, we'll have to talk about your local chips.
What?
Your local chips.
I feel there's something I'm missing.
We're
Well, there's a
donating.
tithe that is owed you that you owe that you don't know about yet.
Wait, what?
the friendship tithe. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It involves local potato chips and Vaughn's Exquisite Company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you want me to play this, I'll play this.
Do you have local potato chips? And get back, Andrew. Are there good local potato chips where you are, William?
Oh, we're going good? I thought we were just going weird.
No, good.
Oh no, he lives by Vaughn.
Not
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Not even. Oh, that's right. You said you moved. Shit.
Either of you? Chips?
Well, apparently this is something that exists here, and I've yet to find it yet, but I will just for fun.
Excellent.
I don't know of local potato chips. I mean, like we have like the HEB brand. HEB is our local grocer here.
Oh, you're in Texas?
Yeah,
What part?
Corpus Christi area.
Mm.
It's way down south.
Place I work at runs TV stations in San Antonio and Houston.
Oh,
I don't know if that's actually in your area.
I mean, Houston's about 3.5, 4 hour drive, and San Antonio's about 2.5 hour drive.
Mm.
Texas big.
Yeah, no, I know. It's bigger than several countries.
I just remembered that we're recording, and all I can think about now is let's all go to the snack bar.
Like, did you know if you had like the population density of New York City, you can fit the entire world's population in the state of Texas?
It's neat. And awful.
Oh, check the chat real quick, everybody.
So, yeah. Returning to non-tithing things. Man.
Could send you some zaps.
Funny that you say that.
I don't... As they're heading in the hall, down the hall, Barry's going to say, they're not dead. They're not undead. They're not evil.
And we should put them out of their misery.
We might be able to heal them. They're not
No.
going anywhere.
Somebody did this to them. And if this happened to me, I don't know that I'd want to come back from this.
I touched one of their minds. The one that tried to kill me. We would be doing them a service by killing them.
We'll check the others first. It only seems fair.
Well, the longer we wait, the more chance something's doing this to Ant.
We're not waiting. We're still looking.
Okay.
They can cry.
I wonder if that's all they can do.
It is all they can do for now.